So, Anna, the festival is a showcase of the short film works of Not Without a Company collective over the years. Why was it important for the company to showcase these films in the festival format, and how will it serve as a launch to the company's film department?
Yeah, so we named it Not Without Company Film Festival because people kept getting our theater company's name wrong, which is nothing without a company. They,
As I
um,
just did.
yeah, they're like, you know what? Let's use it. And the reason why, so I've been kind of pushing the board for the last like decade, really, to start a film department and um, have a film festival because it was kind of a dream to like maybe have a queer or women film festival to get more out there. And this year, we just have like the right people on our board that love film, and we have 9 short films that we made in the last decade from the 48-hour film fest. So it kind of just like all lined up for us.
Hannah,
It,
you were involved in writing all 9 of the short films. How do you think your cinematic storytelling abilities evolved as each film was subsequently produced?
I believe if you see this festival, you will see the growth within
There you
the
go.
writing. The production has always been fantastic. Actors have always been fantastic. But finding over a decade now, writing for specific actors has really helped the way that I can work in such a fast-paced environment
Great.
and learning who these actors are, what they want to do in film, and being able to play with that throughout the storytelling.
yeah, and then also like finding the storytelling um um like grouping, like what we decided to do that works best is like Anna and I are both on the story team, and then we bring in 2 other people to brainstorm with us. And that seems to have been really working the last few years.
All right. So, Anna, what can we expect when the panels you've gathered to discuss the films and the company, and what are the qualities they are bringing to the discussion?
Yeah, I mean, we have an Emmy award-winning director who directed the first 2 films and was a cinematographer on the third film. And we have producers and directors or director Cameron and I and actors. I remember when I first was learning about what a producer does, I was really confused and
Mhm.
I was like, I don't understand what does a producer do? And I started like realizing, oh, they're the person that basically like does everything that nobody else is doing.
Yeah,
I try to like teach other people that too. Like you can be a producer too. You just, have to pick up all the slack and, you're the person that it falls on if nobody else is doing it.
And the funny part about having all these panelists together is all of these films had been created in a 48-hour period. And so we have this exhausted energy with the chaos of creating. And they have stories that we wouldn't be able to tell as producers because we weren't always in those rooms.
right.
And they'll be able to share some tea of things going on behind the scenes that'll be really fun for the audiences.
Hannah, most people understand how differently film and stage presents their stories, but what did you find most challenging about creating dialogue for film after a background in stage writing?
For me, the challenge wasn't about creating the dialogue, it was about cutting the dialogue.
Yeah,
Being from that theater background, I wanted to give everyone a monologue, like some crazy things to say, and realizing that film and storytelling in film is so visual. And it's such a director's medium in a lot of ways because they get to choose where the frame lands, what
right.
these actors are taking. And so I had to learn how to leave space for the director.
We also have an amazing editor that's going to be on the 12 o'clock film panel. And he's the editor that I've worked with for the last like 8 or so years now. And I love him. And I would say that actually it's more of an editor's medium than a director's medium in a lot of ways because the editor can make things something that the director didn't necessarily think of.
This is to both of you. What's an update on Nothing Without a Company? There, I got it right. And what you're involved with for the rest of the year? Do you have a centerpiece or showcase event, either on stage or screen?
Yeah, so we have the, of course, Not Without Company Film Festival coming up
Sure.
in end of May, and in August we're going to be at Argyle Night Market for a couple of the Thursdays. We will be doing a stage reading of one of my plays called Aloha Friday. It is the final act in the drug trilogy that I've been working on for a while now, and we are doing a 5 performance solo showcase of Ada Chang's The Trouble with My Hair. And that will be throughout community spaces and hair salons in Chicago.
We haven't actually announced that yet. This is like an announcement of that, I guess.
Scoop!
Woo! The scoop.
Do you have anything to add to that, Anna?
We're kind of just like in the raising money for next season and doing more film stuff mode. We will also have a fun October fundraiser that our junior board is actually leading. We have 3 junior board members that are between the ages of 18 and 25 that have been sitting on our board and learning about how to run a nonprofit theater company. And then their last task is being in charge of this fundraiser in October. So we're excited about that too.
That's very nice. Great to give people that kind of opportunity. Um, as we sit on the precipice of another Pride Month, we find that the days of rights and freedoms are under siege in America. What are both of your thoughts on what we can do to both be an ally to the community and to be a spokesperson for supporting the community?
First and foremost, I just think it's supporting queer work, supporting queer artists, supporting queer businesses, supporting not just financially, but showing up, taking part of an event, hanging out, bringing donations when they ask, kind of thing. Like that's my biggest thing is, yeah, being there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just in Texas at Margaritaville, and one of the staff members was using the word like "that's so gay" flippantly. And I happened to overhear it, and I was like, "Hey, what are y'all talking about?" And and they were younger, so I tried to have a conversation like, "Hey, that's not like really a great phrase. Like it can be misinterpreted." So like always just trying to, I think conversation is really great. I don't think we should like cut people out that have different opinions as us. I was raised in Texas, so that would be impossible for me. So yeah, I think just like trying to stay like open-hearted and still joyful when there's so many things that are trying to take away our joy, which is a lot of what the last film in the festival is about. It's called Queer Up the Details, and it is just a love letter to our queer fam and their fam, and how we're all fam, and yeah, you should come check out the film. It's funny and hard as well.
Excellent. So finally, and it's a two-parter, so I'll go to Anna first. What is the first thing you think about when you think about your love for managing and maintaining a creative collective like Nothing Without a Company?
I think that it's really difficult to like be an artist with all the struggles that you were talking about, but innately we always will be artists, and we can't stop it no matter if we're not getting paid for it or if we're not doing a show or something. So I think like encouraging artists to always like do their thing, and that we are there for them and we want to support them and come to their other shows. And I mean, we've worked with like over 100 artists alone just for this film festival. So we've worked with so many more in the theater world. And I just hope that they all know that we are there to support their journey and being an artist, because like being an artist is also self-care. And that's like self-care and community care are like one in one.
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
what Anna's not mentioning there is she's actually a fantastic matchmaker. She builds energies and she's able to match creatives in a way that only lifts what they're doing instead of taking away. And so it's been fantastic seeing this company grow in that way because we're developing so many relationships with other artists.
That's so great. So, Hannah, your question is finally, what's the first thing you think about when you think about your love for writing and creating original works?
For me, it's survival. If I'm not writing or creating, I am in a bad place often if that's not happening. And thank goodness for all of the art that we get to participate in Chicago because I haven't felt negative in such a long time. There's always something to see, there's always something to go to, people to support, there's always stuff to then write about, always parties to be had, barbecues to be thrown. So I think that's that's what it is. It's the writing is for my mental health, but it's also pushing me to help other people in their mental health as well.
All right. Great. One more time, give us a pitch for the upcoming film festival.
All right. Well, I hope to see you on May 31st. We have a 10 a.m. viewing and a noon viewing. You'll see an hour of 9 short films that were made in the last decade by us and a whole bunch of other artists with Nothing Without a Company, Bearcat Productions, and Ricci Productions as well. That's Sunday, May 31st, and tickets are available on nothingwithoutacompany.org.
And where will that be?
And it's at Bassett's Film Forum on Fullerton. And they are a nonprofit that's been around for like 50 years at this point, and that's so cool. We're almost at our 20th, so like that's something to strive for.
This is Patrick McDonald for HollywoodChicago.com. Copyright 2026.